maybe I'll find some video to cover. Sometimes I like when I do a live stream, look through YouTube, look through different random stuff. But let's go to Warriors. Sometimes I see record, and I will feel like talk about it. Do comment. And I just checked our live stream there, and I listened to our live stream with my Bluetooth headphones, so I could tell that the audio is good enough, and I don't have to talk super loud. So now the audio is not as good when I use the phone and the phone's built-in microphone as it is when I use the laptop, and it's built-in microphone. The microphone of this laptop is pretty good. I'm looking at a guy I'm subscribed to, and he's also into knife watch parts. So I'm subscribed to a guy, and maybe I'll do comment on his video at some point. And it's not going to be me crapping on him, like looking for things to criticize. Uh, like I do if somebody has made a video saying something bad about me. Sometimes I'll go on a hunt. Let's look on the YouTube channel, look for some mistake they do, and get it back to them. But I look for also this. That's nice. And what I respect about him, he's consistent. How I do a lot of times, sometimes I only work out once a week. I might train 1 or 2 times a week in night martial arts. Meaning there might be a week, and how I train more of the time, my pattern of training is more like I'll go a week, let's say 7 days, and there might be 1 or 2 training sessions there. And it might be one night, and sometimes I might do 10 minutes of working out one night. Sometimes I might 10 minutes, take a short break, start a video, do a 5 minute training session, do a 30-minute one. So it might be like 1 hour hold on one day. This guy, his training pattern is a bit different. He trains more short and every day. So this is a 2 minute video. And then tomorrow you might upload a video that's 6 minutes. And then another day you might make a short video that's 1 minute, 30 seconds or something. Well, it's not a short video. Well, it is a short video, but it's not a YouTube shorts video. What I can respect about him is consistent. Since I subscribed to him every day he uploads a video of training. Every day I'll see a notification that this guy uploaded a video and he's training. And he's got one of these boxing things that stand on the floor, like a blow up air fill. I think it's got water at the bottom. It sounds like water there when it's hitting, it's pushing around the water there. But it's got one of these, not a boxing bag, like a heavy bag, a heavier bag, like a roof or something. But it's got one of these that are air, and you put them on the floor, then you can punch it and kick it and stuff. And he uses that for tracks with a knife. Sometimes he put a cardboard box on, and sometimes he will tape a stick to it or something, simulate an arm, and he will hit it and stuff. So yeah, he's got consistent practice makes better. So and I'm not saying my way of working out is not as good. It's people have different ways to do it. Some people are more. I'm more like a spurt type trainer. Meaning I might go 5 6 days where I train with night, and then I'll do like a spurt where I train intensely for like an hour, and then I wait a week, then I do it again. Some people might like training 5 10 minutes every day. It's a shorter amount every day. Yeah, maybe I'll do some slow drilling with a knife shadow boxing while I'm at it. And like I said before, what I do recommend people do is to get rubber training knives. I left a comment on this guy's page once, and I asked him if he has considered buying a plastic knife for training, because I've seen him. He trains with a steel knife, and they're not sharp. I think he has like blunt knives. He's not going to get cut if he like slit his hand. So we'll start the video. We'll do this to show it's a dull blade, and yeah, but there's still a risk of injury. So I'm not going to tell him what to do. Come to this video and tell him you have to use a plastic knife. So that's not going to piss me off. People try to tell what to do. He trains highway force. I used to train with a steel knife too before, an actual steel knife. It wasn't that sharp, but yeah, I would call my ass. Have you considered buying a rubber or plastic frame? They're good for training, something like that. Because if you're training every day with a steel knife, there is a chance you will get hurt. And obviously, I don't want this guy to get hurt. I know how easy it is to get hurt in training. I've gotten hurt in training. I used to use a steel knife. Oh, yeah, whatever. Forget about it. I used to use a steel knife, my corporate knife, my hard head corporate. And I used a bookshelf, like the one I showed you before, that I have the lights on. And it's dense wood, some kind of dense wood. And I use it for practice, reverse grip, and also normal. I have a video about it actually. And I'm cutting it, and I'm stabbing it, and doing this also with the ice pick, reverse grip. And one time when I was training like that, and I hit it, my hand slid over because on this knife it has a very this thing protrudes here. It's not going to slip. It's not going to glide down the handle. On the carpenter's knife, it's just a little small thing there. So when I hit it with sweaty hands, training a little bit, my hand slid down the handle and I cut my pinky. And it wasn't even that short, but it cut pretty bad. Yeah, another way you can get hurt if you practice with a knife like this, even if it's not sharp on the side, and you drop it, it falls down on your foot. Even if it's not sharp, it's still pointed tip. And if you drop it on your foot, it can go deep into your foot. So yeah, there are risks involved. So I think it's better to practice with this. So that'd be like my coaching advice for him. That'd be my coaching tip to him. So if you're going to train with knives, if you want to get better, if you really want to get better, I advise anybody practice with knives. Buy training knives. Here are some options. This is a rubber tanto knife. This can be used for sparring, can be used for training. This is a different type of knife, also rubber. These are good for sparring. This is a plastic knife, hard plastic, but it still bends. This is better for hitting. And the reason it's good, there's two main reasons it's good to use training knives, like hard plastic knife, rubber training knife. It's safer. I can drop this on my foot, even if I'm barefoot. If I drop this on my foot, it's not going to cut deep into the foot, like go into my foot, create a serious injury. And I can also actually hit things. It's a good way to train. If you're training and you're using a steel knife and you can never hit it full power, full speed with stabs and stuff, it's not as good training because you're not hitting the way, you're not practicing the way you would fight. When you're fighting with a knife, you're hitting it with speed and you're stabbing it with speed to penetrate and to cut. And if you're always having to stop short, like this, then you're creating muscle memory that's not the actual fight muscle. So if I have a thin plastic blow up bag here, and I'm hitting it only lightly like this, and that's how I train. Only because it's a steel knife, and if I hit it full speed, is going to cut and destroy the bag. So if I'm always practicing like this and only lightly touching it and sometimes stopping short of it, if I practice like that all the time, I'm going to build muscle memory for almost hitting something. And you want to build muscle memory for actually hitting something. Another advantage of training with plastic knives like this is you can actually hit things and it will expose weaknesses in your game. For example, if I hold the blade too loosely, let's say I only do shadow boxing, knife fighting shadow boxing, and I practice like this in the air all the time, or stopping short of something, lightly touching it. If I actually have to use it and cut an arm that has muscle and then bone inside of it, if I actually have to cut an arm, maybe my grip is not right, and it can go flying. I can drop the knife, or basically, or if I hit it at a wrong angle, for example. So it helps to use these to practice actually hitting something. So you will feel in your hand you're holding it right. When you're stabbing it, you stab something hard, you will know if your technique works for stabbing a human body. Because in a human body is hard, certain parts, like the rib cage, you hit the bones, the rib cage, the skull, in the arm, you have bone everywhere. And if you hit something hard, there's a risk if your grip is not right that you will drop the knife. You will lose your grip, especially if you have sweaty hands, which are likely to have in a fight. If you get in a fight-flight mode, you might get sweaty even without starting to work because you're going to get adrenaline and going to get stressed. So I like to train like this. Let's do this. This is my bed. I have another bed I use for training, and I like to use it for kicking practice, and also sometimes punching. I'm going to describe it. It's an old bed. This is what I use for sleep. It's a bunk bed, steel frame bunk bed. And then I have the other bed there, and I use that for paint. So this is a good way to train. You get something hard, use a tree, get rubber or plastic paint. You can actually practice hitting. So you're not stopping short of this light touch, building muscle. If my grip is not right and I hit something hard, I'm gonna notice it. I'm gonna notice, oh, if I cut, I drop the knife. It will expose weakness in your game. Train like this. This would be the neck. Right here. This would be the neck. Neck. Below the neck. You can see it here. This would be the neck. Here. That hit here. Slice off. The problem with rubber knives, these are better for training, for sparring training, the rubber knives, because they will bend. If I hit something like this, the knife will bend backwards to the sides, and it's not like hitting something with a knife. This hard plastic knife is better for hitting in solo practice. It's not that good for scoring. Like this. And if my grip holds, hitting that steel tube there with this plastic knife, my grip will also hold hitting a neck. Because this is harder and it hooks up more resistance to the neck. It should be like ball. Mostly with ball and flat. If I hit this with stab, slippery, it's going to go off. It's going to hit, then slide to the side. And then you can also do this for make less noise. And then this will stimulate a little flash. You must flash. Probably soft a bit cold. Take good care. I'll throw it like this now. It's also good practice. Practicing hitting from different angles with the same grip. From the same stand. Like this. Circle practice. I'm doing a clock. Like a clock. So I'm hitting it with the same grip, same stance, from different angles. Like a round. Like this. Listen, Mike. I'll do it like this. I feel like the light is not good. Let's do this. Get better. Like this. 12 o'clock. 11 o'clock. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Then you can go back. 12, 1, 2, 12, 1, 2, 3. Get that there, go around. This will also give you feedback into your fingers and your hands when you grip, how you're holding it. As you stab him, you will feel the resistance. You'll feel how you put. Alrighty. So I feel a bit hyped up here. We do some training. Keep doing some training. Just be a boy. Looks pretty good for practicing quarter punches. Till I can get it back. I don't like using this camera. It's a little bit. I don't like using StreamYard to make training videos because the frame rate is bad. And afterwards, I like to watch tape. If I do sparring or training, I like to go back and watch it, and I watch it the highest quality slow motion. But when I use StreamYard and I go watch a replay, if I try to study my technique in slow motion, the frame rate is bad using StreamYard. Stepping to the side, bending down, like this. This would be the head here. Roll. This would be the head here. Be the head. This would be this area for the boy. Stepping to the left of him. See, this is his head. This is his body. Bending down like this. Like this. So this is what I'm practicing. Stepping to the left. Bending down as I'm covering the left side of my face. Bending. And then coming up to the front. Like this. To the side. Pull up. Bend down. Come up from behind. It's very hard to reach. Bending down. Come up with a punch. Go to the left. Down. Punch. Let's go back. Maybe I can use the wider angle. What did I think about that? Let's do this. Yeah, it's a wider angle. Wider angle now. Alright, I'm gonna do some more training footage. I'll record some shorts for Mike's Martial Arts YouTube channel, I think. And see you around. Bye.